What is up, guys? It's Silka, and today I'll be forecasting Bitcoin and Ethereum again. So I won't go through the bigger time frame because nothing has really changed. I still expect this low to be broken as up. So until that, oh, I just messed that up. So until that, we're gonna take a look at this structure, which is a 4-hour structure compared to this daily low. This is a 4-hour structure that need to be completed in order to see that breakout. So for that, we must complete our up wave and not break this top. And as long as this top is not broken, we're gonna wait for a down wave to come and at least break this low. And at best, we're gonna break this one because we need to break. Honestly, we need to break it for the bigger structure. Otherwise, we can be stuck in these little these correction that will take a long time before we go for an uptrend. So beside this, yeah, it could be the right moment to break it. So with that being said, we're gonna take a look at the smaller time frame, which is the 1-hour chart. That's this piece. So let me recap quickly. We've got an impulse right there. We've got a 3-wave correction for that impulse. Then we got our second impulse. So this impulse was being corrected by this 3-wave correction. And the second impulse, which is this one, is being corrected at the moment, all right? So we see that the impulse is a bit bigger, so we could stand some chance to have this correction being a bit bigger, which could turn to something like this. But keep in mind that if this correction just goes like this, which is a ABC classic and not complex at all, if it goes like this, then it could come and break the top stills. But I'll still will be waiting for at least a reversal to make a bigger correction, or simply a returnment, because from that, this correction right there should be bigger than this one, because the impulse is getting bigger. All right, it's simple concept. When you have a small impulse, you're waiting for a small correction, but if you get a bigger impulse, you'll be waiting for a bigger correction just to make the purge of this move. So basically, I'm still waiting for these type of correction, a little bit complex one, but it doesn't need to do that. So from that, we can just expect our normal running flat that could be just like this. But if we break the top, watch out for a returnment for at least a C wave of a running flat, and it could even be the returnment that we're waiting for the running. So depending on how high this up move gets, but it could be like this. So either way, at the breakout of this structure, so whenever we broke this top, I'll be looking for sell setup in this zone. All right. And I usually told you about somewhere near the 22k in this zone, but seeing what this is doing, we see clearly that we are losing volume and momentum. So this could be the last up before looking for sell setup and get into the running flat for the down move. So with that being said, let's check in the smaller time frame, which is the 15 minutes, and see if this could be it. So I really do see this move to be a running flat right there in intern. So this could be your A, all this could be your B, then a C for that impulse down. So you matched both impulse. Then we could have a move up to match these impulse. So we can have something that look like this. So both impulse are matched right there. Both impulse are matched in intern, and both impulse are matched in the running in intern. So from that, we will have to match this impulse down, and that's why I told you guys about that running flat, because it could be something like this, and this impulse will match with this one. But remember, if we go for a structure complex like this one, it should go a little bit higher than if we just simply go for that 3-wave correction running flat classic it will come near this top, and I'm pretty sure there's selling pressure that will come in, and we'll see some type of returnment, at least for a bigger correction, and probably also for a returnment. So we'll be waiting for that. But again, in smaller time frame, this move, and I'll put it in 15 minutes, this move is pretty slow. I don't really like it. This could at any moment come and break this low again. It's not like those you see those move where you break the low and you just pump. You broke the low and we start ranging in this zone, so it's kind of slow, but it doesn't mean that it cannot come and break the top. Remember, this can still come and break the top. Usually we're gonna see it flag after a while, but this can still come and break the top. And the proof, I think it was few moments ago. Yeah, this one. See, this move. We will see it better in 5 minutes chart, but still, see we got a regular flat, and this starts going slow, which is why some people expected a new low before going up. But also, this was a valid structure, even though it started slow. We saw that little flag after a while, and that's over a trend line. So basically, this was kind of the go that we were not going to come down before going. So yeah, it can still start slow, but it's really rare. So from all the time that it pumps after a correction like this one, uh, let's say uh, this one, you see they go fast up, and then they start to flag. So they go up and then they start to flag, up, flag. So from that, we must wait for this flag if you're trying to take the buy. Again, I don't advise taking a buy for this stop. It's not worth it. It's a few bucks, which is nothing compared to the down move that we're waiting for, which is this one. So again, it's not worth it. But if you plan to, you should be waiting for something similar to this, because this can still go down. And if we break this low, we are probably going to have some kind of impulse reaction. So either way, wait for this flag. It's super important if you're trying to take the trade off that. So basically, for Bitcoin, either we go for that complex structure to come and then drop, either we go simply up and then we drop. I think I would say that from this structure, I would go for something more complex. So come for top, go back down, and then make a running flat. But knowing Bitcoin and how there is not a lot of complex structure in it, there is some chance that he simply does this and start pumping off this zone. So we'll be waiting, and again, wait for the flag if you plan to, because people will be selling in this zone. That's something that I'm sure of. So we'll be waiting for a flag before to enter if you plan to. Again, for Ethereum this time, Ethereum is kind of different. This could be a running on its own. All right, either he has it done right there, which is pretty ugly. I don't think so, or he's making it right now. So this could be a running flat. I think I told you guys about it in my last video. This can literally be a running flat, and this would be not that bad, but kind of look ugly. It looks like it's losing in momentum, which is clear. See, that B wave would be pretty impulsive. That A wave and that C wave would be pretty corrective. So that's just a sign that either we're having impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. That's a sign of losing momentum, which can lead to a bigger correction or to a reversal. But either way, be careful in this zone. This is looking really bad. Even if this turns out to be a running flat, it can come to the top and then go for a bigger correction. So pretty much dump off this last top. So be careful. I'm pretty sure we're gonna still retest this top, but I'm sure it will be the only one, the last time before we start doing a bigger correction. Because remember, this impulse got corrected with that 3-wave correction. But how about this impulse? still has nothing that corrected this move. So we must be waiting for a correction that will be at least bigger than this one. And why I'm saying this is that this impulse has this correction. This impulse has nothing yet. Imagine all this, what the correction should be. So if all this was an impulse that should be corrected, we'll be waiting for something bigger, and that uh, will also match with this bigger structure, which could be the correction we're waiting over the trend line to come and retest these top. So this could be perfect. We need this correction. Honestly, we need it because from now, this looks like a laser sword. Honestly, this needs to be corrected. At least a correction bigger than this one. And to make it simple, I know you guys have issues understanding what I mean when I say this, but see this correction, this impulse looks like this in the 4-hour chart, but in daily it looks like this. So even in the 4-hour chart, you seem to see a correction for this up move. It's not about it. It's not done yet because see in daily it's still a big impulse that needs to be corrected. So we need something bigger to be able to see it in the daily chart as well. So unless we don't have it, it can still push up, but sometime soon we'll have it. So basically, wait for that because it can be a pretty good reversal, which will lead us to crawl in this zone for a little while. So yeah, make sure you wait for this before to jump in if you're trying to aim for that top, even though the targets remain this top, because we have our impulse. For me, this is a correction. We need that setup to come and get to this target. Otherwise, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth to test it. So that's about it for Ethereum, and I hope you liked it. Leave a like and a comment if you did. And I know this video is a bit longer than expected. I tried to explain more about few things that could be hard to understand, and from that I hope it helped a little bit, and see you in the next one. Peace.